Okay, so you know that your nervous system controls all function, all healing within your body. But did you realize that there's 3 different types of nerves? There are nerves that make you feel, nerves that make you heal, and nerves that make you move. I'm Dr. Feeman, and today I want to talk with you specifically about feeling nerves. Here's the thing, we all want to feel great, right? However, history has shown that our pursuit to feel good has been shown to be one of the biggest mistakes that we could ever make in our entire life. Listen, I get that being out of pain is one thing, but achieving the highest level of health possible for long-term and sustainable healing is a total different thing altogether. You see, feeling nerves are technically called sensory nerves and have 2 key purposes. First, they're designed for pleasure, so we can enjoy all the aspects that life has to offer. Secondly, they're designed for survival purposes. Let me explain. Oftentimes, when I explain the sensory nerves, I teach about the fact that in my mind I'll go back to that Garden of Eden when you open up Genesis in the Bible. And I ask myself, Lord, why would you have given us feeling nerves? And it's at that moment that I realize that it's to enjoy the world that He's created for us, to feel the warmth of the sun on our skin, to be able to hear the birds chirp and to smell the flowers or taste of the fruits, to use our 5 senses for the sake of enjoying life. But those same nerves also have that dual purpose, as I just mentioned, which are for the sake of survival purposes. Think for just a moment how your senses could keep you alive. Let's take, for example, an illustration of how we can use these sensory nerves for the sake of survival. So let's say, for example, you're walking and all of a sudden you see a downed power line. You can use that sensation of sight to be able to avoid any possible dangers. The same holds true if you were to hear a sound that could warn you of somebody lurking around the back of the house. Or maybe you smell a gas leak, or you feel the warmth of the sun go down, and now there's cool setting in. Now you're able to seek out shelter. Listen, as previously noted, there's no arguing that we want to feel good, and I want all the patients that I serve to feel good. The danger here, however, is that if we base our health and what we do for our health on feeling alone while avoiding all other factors, we position our place in a place of danger instead of life and health. Have you ever known somebody, for example, who's felt fine and had a massive heart attack? Or somebody who felt great, they ate healthy per se and they exercised, but in the same sense there was something in their body that was malfunctioning that caused them to become a diabetic or maybe even have cancer. You see, in many of these cases, if you were to ask those people if they're healthy right before a heart attack, many of them would say, yeah doc, I'm healthy. But in the same sense, there may have been sickness or disease inside their body developing for quite some time. The challenge there is the fact that they didn't necessarily feel that disease developing. And because they didn't feel it, they thought themselves to be healthy. In other words, too often society has adopted this belief to where if you feel good, you are good. That if you feel fine, there's no problem. Or if you have a symptom or an ailment and you do something for that, once that pain goes away, then once again you assume that everything's A-okay and healthy. And that's not necessarily the case. Remember, your sensory nerves make up 6% of the nerves, which also means that 94% of the nerves of your body have no ability to ever give you a message of how you feel. Take, for example, the nerves at the base of the neck. Those nerves are what control organs like your thyroid, heart, lungs, but also shoulders, arms, and hands. But in the same sense, although that may be part of the problem, those nerves in the base of the neck that are also pinched may be affecting the heart, or even the lungs for that matter, or the thyroid function. If that's not detected and corrected, you can only imagine what type of problems the body may end up with. You see, it's understandable that nobody wants to think about sickness or disease. But in the same sense, what they should be doing is focusing on health and what it means to be healthy, and making the efforts, the choices in order to be as healthy as God created them to be, whether they feel good or bad. Although your chiropractic care will certainly help you to feel better, it's so much more than that. It's about you experiencing a life in health so your body can function and heal at its best, where your body's physiology can be normal and at a heightened state. The important thing to remember here is you don't want to fall into the same trap and make the same mistake that so many others have done, where they've ignored the basic principles of health and healthcare and how the body functions and heals, causing them to suffer in the future and lose out on their quality of life. You were created with this incredible potential to heal and be well. You have within you the ability to live a long and healthy life where you can feel great and be truly healthy. Again, I'm Dr. Feeman, here to help you and your family to experience the highest level of health and healing possible. Until next time, God bless.